It has been more than 40 years since a Winston-Salem man vanished. Detectives say as time goes on, Ronald Ross's case gets harder to close. But as our Samir Nefsi reports in tonight's Piedmont Triads Forgotten, a sibling's determination could crack the case.
For the past 43 years, Karen Scales has wondered what happened to her older brother, Ronald Ross.
All the time I see these cases, 40-year-old cases being solved and finding the remains, so I'm staying hopeful, and it's my faith that's keeping me going, Samir.
Scales, at the time, was 17 when her 22-year-old brother left for a road trip and never returned. It's a case that is completely gridlocked due to the length of time and the fact that a missing persons report wasn't filed for 3 decades after Ross went missing.
You think about it, 17 and just being the sister of someone and they go missing. I don't know what you do with that in life if you got parents who's you're growing up with and the parents don't want you to do nothing about it and just whatever the case may be. And all these years later, she wants to find her brother.
Here's what happened back in 1978.
He said, "Sis, I'm moving to Washington, D.C." He said, "I love you." I said, "Okay." I probably said something like maybe call us.
That's the last memory Karen Scales has of her older brother, Ronald. It's a disappearance that stretches over 4 decades. What happened to Ronald Ross?
78 sticks out more because that was my senior year in high school, and he was not around. He was not around when I graduated. He was not around when I got married in 79.
His sister says he got into a car with men who were all unknown to the family. Once that car pulled away, Ross was never heard from again. Karen remembers making a call to police at the time.
I did make a phone call, but they said, well, maybe he doesn't want to be found. And that's how people looked at things back then. Some people did leave home and didn't want to be found.
That would be the last time any effort was made to find the missing 22-year-old.
I honestly think it was foul play involved. He would never just leave like that. He was a mama's boy. I just think it was some things going on that he just could not reveal to the family.
Karen says her mother didn't call police because she thought he might have wanted to start over.
I think her faith kept her going. I didn't want to bring it up. I just think at the end of the day, in hindsight, I think we were just hurt, but at the same time, we were still hopeful.
But after her mother passed away, the mystery of her brother's disappearance grew.
I didn't want to hurt her. You know, I didn't want to move forward with something without her consent. So I just waited until once she passed away. That's when I really started my quest looking for him.
In 2010, determined to find Ronald, Karen submitted her DNA and information about her brother's case to the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, known as NamUs, who recommended an official missing persons report be filed.
Some of the family's DNA uploaded into the NamUs. We're hoping that authorities in those areas, if they have a John Doe around the April timeframe of 1978, to look into it to compare some DNA now into the NamUs database.
There has been little to no leads in this decades-old case.
Like I said with missing person cases, always keep hope. If we have nothing, he could still be alive.
One person of interest has been revealed, an African-American man who went by the nickname of Sparky. Investigators say he was around the same age as Ross at the time, which would make him now about 65 years old. However, it's believed Sparky has since passed away. To this day, it still remains unknown who Ross got in the car with and where they went. But Scales is determined to complete her quest of finding her brother, or at least what happened to him.
I've got to keep going. I'm not going to stop. I will not stop looking for my brother.
As you just heard, her determination will stay strong until she finds out what happened to her brother Ronald 43 years ago. Meanwhile, Detective Dorn says it is believed that Ross could have possibly gone to New York City instead of Washington, D.C. With this month's Piedmont Triads Forgotten, I'm Samir Nefsi for ABC 45 News.